Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. So today we are at my woodland garden. So I haven't gotten that side cleared away as yet. It's going to be a work in progress, but the shade garden is ready to be planted up, and I actually have a hydrangea already planted there. And today we are getting my elephant's ear planted. Let me show you. They're right here. So I'm actually getting them open now. As you remember, as you see my previous video, I actually got this from Costco, and these are super huge. Let me open it. Let's not cut myself. Hold on. Okay. I'm not going back inside. There we go. I wonder why one is in a net and the other one isn't. Okay, so it actually started sprouting already. So I got it, I think, about 2-3 weeks ago already. So lucky for me, since it started sprouting already, I know which side is up. So I think it was the Spoken Truth Garden. I'll link their channel below. But they mentioned that the rings here is the top. So I'm like, okay, that's a good way to know. So if I didn't have my knobs already sticking out, I would know the rings here is actually the top, and this part right here is the bottom. And Yulia from Y Garden, she also mentioned that oftentimes a lot of holes sticking on the bottom, which mine doesn't have. So, like these holes, they would have been more pronounced at the bottom. Wait. Now that I'm looking at it, there is holes up here. Well, I'm just going to assume this is the top, and this is where the shoots are coming. These are not roots, and these are actually nubs, because there's actually some more down here as well. Let me open the other one and see. So let's put this here. See, these are Mammoth elephant ears. And these are the ones I had gotten at, oh look, the picture gives us an example. So I guess because this is bigger, because I normally see other gardeners just planted one each below the soil level, but because these are a lot more big, or they're huge, they're Mammoth elephant ears, it says 2 to 3 inches below the soil. So I guess I'm going to have to make sure that it's enough to cover it. And these are very large corms. I don't know why I want to say tuber and corm together, but these are large corms. So I saw on Longfield Gardens website, they mentioned that these are actually corms, while such as ranunculus, they're similar to ranunculus, as in they're corms, and other things like the tulips are bulbs, and dahlias are tubers. Let's take this off. This, I'm not sure why one had this and the other one didn't. But no, that's off. So this started growing as well. So see, this one looks a lot better. Ew, is it a bug right there? Ew! Oh my God, I dropped it. It looks like a centipede. Listen, centipedes bite, okay? Well, they sting. Oh, where did it go? Was it this one? It was this one. Where did it go? Is it still on there? This is why I said wear gloves. Well, see, this one have the holes on the bottom. So this one you can tell better. So this one is the bottom and this is the top. So we're going to go it that way. And we're going to put it down so that any bugs can get off. I knew it. I thought it was going to bite me. All right, so let's see. Bloom time. So bloom summer to fall. And see, on here it says bulb, elephant ear. So some gardeners say they call them bulbs, some call them corms, some call them tubers. So I'm gonna use bulb and corm interchangeably. So it says identify the type of the bulb by locating the central node surrounded by circular rings. This needs to be facing up. Okay, so the rings face up. We got that. Select well-drained location, full partial sun, large enough, 2 to 3 inches below. All right, so we are ready. We got our instructions and we're ready to go. Let's head on over there. All right, so here go my spot. And if you remember my propagated hydrangeas, That one, I put one right there, and the other one there. If I have time today, I'll get those planted in ground. But it lost all the leaves since the temperature dropped. Like, this plant went through the entire winter and didn't lose any leaves. And as soon as it got hot, all the leaves fell off. So this is a cooler location for it. Now over there is my hydrangea. My limelight hydrangea. So it's going to be a big green with white. And I'm putting this one here because it's a lot cooler, and I'm hoping that this cooler area will help it, because last year the other ones, it didn't look so well. So I'm going to see if it does better here. And I dig these holes, I think last week. Let's hope there's nothing living in there. Let's see. But I had already pre-dug these holes because I meant to come out here and get them in there a lot sooner. Good news, there's nothing in it. And I'm going to put the other one over here. Good news, nothing in that one either. Alrighty, so we're getting some bulb tone in. Getting that sprinkled around. And I actually measured the bulb. So it's about, see, 6 inches. And the depth of this, 6 is right here. So that's about 2 to 3 inches. So I'm getting good at eyeballing the depth. So I put that there. The random root sticking up, so I cut it. Oh, slides right out. That's one good thing I like with the hori hori. You can use it to cut off roots such as this. All right. So now I'm going to get it covered up with soil, and we should be good. And I heard it actually likes compost, so since I have some extra compost that I'm using for the front, I'm just going to add this on top. This compost here, and it's heavy. When I tell you this is an exercise, whew. There we go. So I'm sprinkling some over there. And I'm putting some of the native soil also on it. So I'll mix it in. And I'll add some more compost to it. So one bulb done. I'm going to do the same thing to the second bulb. But yay! So in about a month or so, I heard that they're very slow to bloom. So in about a month, I should be seeing some kind of progress. And I won't have to dig them up because they are hardy from zones 9 through 11. If you are in a zone, so below zone 9, then you'll have to dig these up and store them, or else the leaf they'll get damaged. And this one's a little bit shorter, and once I'm done, I'm gonna lightly water them in. It doesn't take a lot of water because we don't want the bulb to rot. So let's see how deep this one is. This one is 6 right here. So this one's a little bit too deep, so I'm gonna backfill. Put some of the dirt back in there. Let me get some compost. So there's some compost in there. They do like compost. They can pretty much grow in any soil, but they like compost as well. Anything below zone 9, you'll have to bring them in, like dig them up and store. But they don't like the cold. These are tropical plants. Oh, I did close it. Some more bulb tone. So yeah, these are tropical plants. So circles are facing up. This part is facing down. I don't know where that insect is, but he'll get buried along with that if he's still there. So these are tropical plants. They prefer humid conditions. They don't like anything below, I think, 60 degrees. They don't like, so once all your frost has gone and it's above 60 to 70 degrees at night, then you can go ahead and plant them if you're in a zone that's not as warm as my zone is. So these leaves should be pretty big, and I like that jungle tropical look, and it's another reason why I'm planting in my shade garden here, because it's my woodland garden as well, my woodland / shade garden. So I think that would be a nice contrast with everything. And I'm looking for caladiums. So once the caladiums are available, I want to get that over here as well as some hostas. I may do them this year, next year. I'm in no rush, so I want to take my time with it, because like I said, I do change my mind quite a lot. So I want to get the design that I want, the certain way that I want, and we'll see. Alright, so we have our compost in there mixed in with our native soil, and it is ready to bloom. And since I have a little bit of time, I can get my hydrangeas planted as well. So let me do that real quickly. I actually have some dahlias that I need to get planted too. So there go my hydrangea right there. I didn't get a chance to cut it back as yet. I completely forgot about it, to be honest. I did the other two in the front. This is my hot limelight hydrangea. Here go my plant tag over here. So I'll keep an eye on that one. And as you can see, it's pretty much going to be not as in shape as the other one, because it's more by the forest. And once the snakes get active, I won't be over here too much, probably to water and run. So we shall see. So since it's cool, over here is a lot more moisturized and watered in than other areas though, so it shouldn't need as much watering. So let me get this one planted and grown. I didn't much bring my shovel. We'll make it work. All right, so let's see how the roots look in my propagated hydrangea. Oh, look at that. There's a root coming out the bottom. So it's been doing good. So even though the leaves are gone, we still got some life there. Hey, that's not my root. Nope. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there go the roots now. Roots are right there. These are potting soil. So I had put, so yeah, so we have roots. So this should be good. Now we're going to backfill this. Actually, let's add some compost to this as well. Get some extra nutrients. There we go. And I also added some plantain in there. And I add the native soil in there as well. So that's the hibiscus there. All right. I'm not the hibiscus, the hydrangea. So that's one down. Let's do the other one. All right. So the second hole is ready. Let's get some plantain in. All right. I see some green buds on here, like right here and here. So like I said, we had leaves on it before, so we lost a few leaves, but they'll come back because they bloom on both old and new wood, so not too worried about that. Get some of the potting soil off. It was a very small root. Here go the roots right here, so I think that's enough. It's a bit too deep. I promise you, I always over dig my holes. Well, not always, because my holes for the elephant ear was perfect. So mix this in. There we go. Alright, and I'll get some compost on it. And this one's actually, I see some sand in it. So I told you before that my sand is mostly sandy soil, and I'm pretty sure this black dirt that's in there is either from the wetlands or dirt that was brought in by the construction crew, probably topsoil. But the native soil here is pretty much sandy soil. Alright, so I got 4 things planted today, and that's what I have to do. I have to do it in small increments. Alright, so let me show you everything that I got. Oh my gosh, I am loving this. It looks so great already. So let me get these. Let me show you a wide angle shot. Alright, so I'm all done. It's getting dark, so I have to head in. But right here we have our endless summer hydrangea. I wanted to say limelight, but it's not limelight. It's the endless summer hydrangea. Then we have our elephant ear, black spot right there, black spot right there. And then right there we have our limelight hydrangea. And then right here is our endless summer hydrangea. So that's what we're looking at. Wider shot. There we go. And remember, this is mostly shaded area. Over there is a little bit of sun, so I'm going to put my dahlias there. And then over there should be all my sun-loving flowers. So these big trees right here kind of separates it. But yay, my shade garden, my woodland garden has officially started. And those are the first plants that are in the shaded side of my woodland garden. So this whole thing is my woodland garden. And it's divided up into little microclimates because of the trees. There's some very mature trees here. And since technically winter is done here in Florida, but all the leaves have fallen off, so it gets a lot more green and a lot more flowers and a lot more leaves. So it's going to be even more shaded because once the foliage comes back on all these, this is going to be pretty shaded. And then, like I said, we're going to have my dahlias here. I actually got one dahlia in already. It's right there. Can you see it? Right over there where you see that brown spot is. So if I can zoom in. Right there. Right there. So I have it strategically set up to tie against the trees that are there. So I'm going to use existing branches that are there to use as support for the dahlias. This is my first year doing that, so I'll see how it looks. I had them in the front of my garden last year, and it was just too hot for them. They did not make it at all. But all the critters are out. It's getting dark. So toodles. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.